MrYorkieLoverFitness.com. Ladies and gentlemen, the first man to build 21-inch biceps, drug-free.
My friends, I had to tell you something about Leroy. Leroy fascinates Leroy. I can't go to bed and can't get up. Story of my life. and I laugh at it. Now it's 2:30 in the morning, Thursday morning, and I make these videos, and Jason puts them up, wherever, I just make them. Something hits me, I make a video, he puts up wherever, how he wants to put it up. But I happen to see, I said, what does he put up today? And this is in the morning, so I'm not ready to go to bed, but not really. And it's 2:30. A lot of people been asleep for hours. It's just me. I've always been that way. That brain of mine is turning all the damn time, and it annoys the hell out of me. It's always turning, always thinking. Anyhow, so I said, let me see what he put up. It was early in the morning, and I see he put on the homosexual video that I made. And I said, let me see the comments. And the first comment was a gentleman saying he was pleading with Jason to tell me about the video on Piana saying that protein was worthless. And he was please, so let me tell you something. I don't want to be mean, but Rick don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And for him to say that pains me. It really pains me. I know guys that practically live on protein powder. I mean, practically live on it. And are well-built. To say that it's worthless, it's a service. Let me tell you something. I'm making this video only because, see, I'm funny. If I went to bed without making this video, it would have slipped out of my mind. But as soon as I saw that, I said, oh man, I got to do this now before I go to bed. Because I was already ready to go. Because it's funny, I can't go to bed unless I'm exhausted. And an old guy like me, I get annoyed at myself. I said, you got to go to bed earlier. You can't stay up answering emails and stuff. I said, okay, I'm going to do it. But I'm not doing it. But in any case, I'm answering this because you seem so despaired. Let me tell you something, my friend. I don't know where Rick's coming from. I never met him. And I've got to tell you, and it may not, I don't respect his body at all. It's loaded with all synthol. He takes every drug you can think of. He admits it at least, but I don't respect his body. That's all there's to it. I don't respect the body that's loaded with all these artificial stimulants. When you see these big round puff muscles, it's synthol. That's all that is. You can't get that otherwise, and you haven't seen it before this synthol come out. But the condemned protein powder, see, when these guys say something, I don't know if they said for effect, or I can't imagine they really believe it now. No, that doesn't, no, let me tell you something, my friend. That doesn't mean the only way you can get your protein is with protein powder. But the reason guys take protein powder, it's high protein, low mass. You could take 2 scoops of protein powder and it equals the amount of protein in a steak. The muscles thrive on protein. That's the only thing that repairs and maintains muscle tissue. And I tell you, I've been in this a long time, my friend. I got more experience. I don't have the experience in the drugs because I don't want to have it. I know the guys that take it. They tell me what they take it. And synthol is the latest thing I heard. When I saw these round, puff muscles, I said, they're taking something else. Come to find out it's synthol, you see. So it's, why do you, well, I don't want to say why do you need it. Progress is beyond anybody. I love progress, but I don't consider that progress. I really don't. I don't consider screwing with your body, putting fluid in your muscles so it be round, is progress. But let's watch the world, each his own. But let me tell you something, my friend. You take that protein and try to get the combination protein of whey and casein if you can, because whey is quick acting and casein is slower acting as far as absorbing. Now, you have to excuse me a little bit because I get all revved up. When I saw that, I said, where's he coming from? And I'll tell you something, my friends. I only saw that by mistake because I saw the video put up so early in the morning, and I said, oh, let me look at some of the comments. And your first comment, let me tell you something, my friend. Disregard, and you taking it from a man of over 60 years experience, disregarding everything he said about protein powder. Just disregard it like he didn't say it. I don't know what, I didn't see the video. I'm just going by you. I don't have time, my friend, to look at these guys' videos. And I'm really basically not interested because nothing they can show me, nothing they can tell me. I'm an expert in bodybuilding. I'm telling you, an expert in bodybuilding. I know all the ins and outs. I'm not an expert on the drugs and don't want to be. I'm not even interested in the drugs. I know a lot of them. The guys tell me it's a low list of the combinations and all that kind of stuff. Bodybuilding has gone on to a new strata that, I don't even want to deal with. I always went into bodybuilding and always thought of it as a health thing, something to build your body, not destroy. And I hate to tell you, these guys aren't going to make it. They're not going to come near my age because they're destroying their bodies just so they can walk around and look good for the moment. But if this man tells you protein powder is a waste of money, ask him is synthol a waste of money. Ask him is the drugs he's taking, is that a waste of money? Protein works. Drugs don't, because drugs destroy you and protein doesn't. Protein builds you. And the reason these proteins work so well, as I said previously, high protein, low mass. To get a gram of protein per pound of body weight, a little tough. You got to really be eating it. Now, that's not saying you got to, that there's not protein in the fish and steak and chicken, of course, but not, you have to eat so much more for mass. Protein shouldn't be exclusively, powder should be exclusive because there's elements in the powder it's elements in food like steak and things and B12 and all that kind of other nutrients. And steak that's not in the powder per se. But the powder is concentrated protein, and it adds so much. Hey, look, I never took drugs in my life, and you guys see my body. You could see that it's not a drug body. You don't see all the ridges in the veins and all that kind of stuff, and the puffiness, because it's a natural body. And from the protein powders, please, do not even listen. Pretend like you never even saw it. Don't think because this guy's got all puffed up muscles, he has the answer, because he doesn't. Now, I'm not telling you now that's essential. I mean, a can of tuna is the equivalent of a scoop of a complex protein. Yeah, the tuna has aspects of protein, of nutrition that the powder doesn't, because the powder is denatured. There's no life in the protein powder. It's not living, but it's protein. It's concentrated. And a lot of times, if you want to build up your protein levels, you take the protein as a buildup. But I tell you something, I know a lot of guys, predominant amount of their diet is protein powders. Some guys I know use cream in it when they mix it. Some guys just use water. But without it, and I mean it with myself, I get up in the morning sometimes and I don't feel like preparing my breakfast. Take a couple of protein, and if when I don't, I take a couple of, I'm getting older. Sometimes I get jumbled up a little bit. But when I take the couple of scoops of protein powder, I can feel the difference. It's a surge. Now I get up in the morning, don't take nothing, and an hour or so later, I feel like somebody hit me with a hammer. You see, because it also stabilizes your body. But listen, stabilizes your blood sugar level. Don't listen. Don't listen. I don't know where he's coming from. Rick Drayson is the guy that's the closest to him. And Rick Drayson takes a lot of interviews with him. I don't know where he's coming from. But what I'll do, but I'm working directly from your video. You seem so so unnerved by it. I'm working directly from your video. I'll get in touch with Rick tomorrow and see what he's talking about. But whatever he's talking about, we got disregarded. There's no defense. There's nothing he could say to justify what he's telling you on that video that protein powder is a waste of money. Nothing. I'm telling you. And you take it from the man with the experience, not from steroids and synthol and all that other kind of shit that does nothing for the body, but from natural foods and from studying this stuff, and not only the experience, the application. And I think protein powders are one of the more innovative things in bodybuilding. Years ago, Rio Bear had the milk and egg protein. That was a big sensation in the bodybuilding world. I don't know how old you are, before your time. Everybody wanted to grab the stuff. It was fantastic. Guys got gains they never thought they would get because high protein, low mass. Okay, my friend, I'm going to get in touch with Rick Drayson. Maybe I'll hook up with Rick, and just for the fun of it, because nothing he can tell me. It's not a word, nothing he can tell me about it. But I'd like to know where he's coming from. Well, this is especially for you, because I was touched by it. And here I am, I should be in the bed. And I'm talking about, but in any case, I wanted to respond to you on that. And I'll get back, and if I'll see what else he has to say. Because I'm not going to look at the video, I just can't. I don't even bother looking at these guys' videos. There's too many out there. I go nuts. And I don't have the time. Well, I hope that helped you a little bit. And a lot of things are probably not that I want to say or should have said, but not saying because I don't have a script. You know, I'm telling you straight from the heart. I don't have a script. But in any case, I'll find out exactly where he's coming from, and I'll make another video, if necessary, to tell you where he's coming from, which won't make a difference, really, and changing the facts. To be continued. I quit this bitch.
Wait a minute. Before you click away, I want you to subscribe, like, comment, hell, even dislike if you want to. At least do something before you get out of here.